Civil rights movement. Rights. It's a powerful word. When you think of a right, you might think of a right to take a selfie, the right to choose your own clothes, or the right to watch Fortnite videos on YouTube. But during the civil rights movement, the Black community was trying to gain basic rights in the United States. Conditions. After Reconstruction ended, many of the rights that had been gained for former slaves in the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, like the right for equal protection under the law and the right to vote, were taken away through laws and practices in the South. Jim Crow laws that segregated public places were a way of life in the South. The Supreme Court upheld these in Plessy v. Ferguson, which ruled that separate but equal was legal. Schools, movie theaters, parks, and lunch counters were segregated, as well as all other public places. While they were supposed to be equal, many times they were not. For example, a one-room high school without a gym and library in Macon, Georgia, was supposed to be equal to a fully equipped high school. Additionally, the Black community faced unequal treatment under the law. Many local governments and officials in the South, including mayors, city council members, and some policemen, enforced laws differently for different races. To stop members of the Black community from voting restrictions were put into place in the South. First, poll taxes were put in place. A poll tax is an amount of money that had to be paid in order to vote. Literacy tests, reading and writing tests, were also used. Local registers would vary the difficulty of the literacy test or mess with voter registration by claiming that members of the Black community had filled out the application wrong. Some states intimidated Black voters by publishing the voter's name and address in newspapers, making them a target for the KKK. The Black community also faced violence and physical intimidation to help maintain the status quo and white power structure. When they attempted to vote, challenge the status quo, or fight for their rights, the Ku Klux Klan and other white groups intimidated them by burning crosses on front lawns, by their presence at poll places, or through actual violence. There was also economic intimidation. Members of the Black community who were involved in protests might be fired or denied loans because of their participation.